It is Monday here in the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. Monday, December 4th, 11:10 a.m. And we're checking in here live. We'll do it live. See what's up with the portfolio. What are my thoughts for today and this week? Because I have a lot of them, and most of them are probably wrong. So, as always, none of this is investment advice. This is for entertainment, wink, purposes only. I wink because most of it is not entertaining. It's just me droning on and talking about the random thoughts that are in my head. But as long as we can share that together and you have similar thoughts that run through your head and you have no one else to share it with because we are lonely in the option business because nobody even knows what it is, do they? I have a couple of friends that do, but every time I get deep in the woods on it, I could see their eyes glassing over. So I get back to talking about sports. Got a meeting today at 11:45, so I can't be long. Let's get right to it. I do have a Canadian Solar covered call roll on the board, and I'm trying to collect $0.00 to do so. So I'm rolling out and up, which is a good sign for the Canadian Solar, slowly making its way off of the canvas. I did make one move thus far today. It was GitLab. Do not recommend this. Please do not try this at home. GitLab is reporting earnings after the bell today. I put on a put credit spread. I have 45.50. I sold puts and I bought the 43s. So I got 4 contracts and it expires Friday and collected $200. So it's just a, don't say gut based, but it kind of is gut based trade. Do not try this at home. Currently, volatility on the GitLab because of their earnings today is 187%. So we have that on the board. AbbVie underwater, which is nice. So I'll be rolling that up and out. There's our Canadian Solar. It's currently not in the money, but it is over $22 a share today. So we're trying to roll that up to 24, which would be also very nice. Devon is probably under pressure. Oh, they've come off the canvas a little bit. We'll talk about oil, of course, today. EOG 122 puts. EOG currently trading at 123.05, so it's up a little bit off of its day low. There's our GitLab credit spread. Boys in the Hood, they're currently under pressure at the 850 call, which is also good, but a challenge for me because rolling up and out I may have to put that out for a couple of months just to protect it because I'm in the money. I mean, I'm underwater there if I let those go as 850. Same with Johnson & Johnson. So we'll be rolling Johnson & Johnson up and out as well. Coca-Cola, what's Coca-Cola at? 58.53 and Pepsi's at 168.49. So both of those calls are doing just fine. Merck is like 104 and change, I believe. Yeah, almost 105. Hey, how about that? That's pretty good. That's a good sign because I'm in the Merck for like 110, 111. So I've got to protect the 107. And I do want to, of course, collect the next dividend, which is going X on December 14th. So we want to protect that house as well. Soundhound, where are they at? I think my calls are underwater. Oh, yeah, big time. They're at $2.33. Very nice. So we'll decide. We may just let those go and keep a tiny little profit just to get out of that position so I don't have to follow it anymore. Target 133 calls well underwater. They were at around 135 last I checked. Yeah, almost 136. So Target making a run. I should have been a little more patient, but I, of course, was not. So we'll be protecting that position as well. And we'll watch it over the next couple of days to see if we can find better footing to roll that, because it would be interesting to try to roll it now as to what debit I would need to cover. VFC, which would be VF Corp, Vans and JanSport and Timberland, those types of products. Whoa, it's almost at $19. How about that? So we will likely, though, I've got it on the chopping block, and I was making one last run on them. Where is their... So I'd have to survive through Friday to collect their next dividend, and currently this, I would imagine, would be assigned early, so we'll decide if we can possibly, pull the wool over somebody's eyes and roll that out for a couple more dollar bills before they are assigned, because I do have them on the chopping block in order to take advantage of the tax loss harvesting because I am way upside down on VF Corp. And Valero at 126.44, so underwater again. Keeping an eye on them. ExxonMobil 105s, where are they at? They're at 102.65, so unfortunately, those are doing fine right now, and that would be it for this week's expirations thus far. So we got a lot of work to do, it looks like, which is, for the most part, a good sign because our positions, as far as the holdings are concerned, are going up in value. And then let's take a look at what's up on the S and the P. And this is, what is this? This is a 5-day chart. So you can see my 5 is now out of date, which is good. So our 5 was here at 45.86, and now we just went up to like 45.98. Was that Friday? Yeah, that was on expiration Friday. So we would move that over. And which means we got a little meandering, which also tells me we probably weren't in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave pattern, which could have been just an ABC corrective. But what we're looking at now, as far as my very foggy lens is concerned, is we will be looking to make sure, we talked about this, it was either Thursday or Friday, we want to see the 45.35 still find a little resistance. And then if we break down from there, 4,500 would be the next number. Those two indications would be that this is now the local high. However, if we get down to that 45.35, which would be considered, a little healthy pullback, little retracement, and then it heads back north, okay? And either way, like right now at this number, because we didn't even get down to the 45.36 or 45.35 that we're suggesting, if we bounce off of this 45.48, we can still grind this 5 higher and peekaboo our heads above the 4,600, which would be probably more the probable expectation at this point, instead of it breaking down under 45. Once it breaks down under 45, then we got to look out and see where 45 holds. And then from there, we could be into, instead of an end of year Santa Claus rally, he could be throwing coal at our cookie bag to end the year. So we'll keep an eye on that. And part of the reason that this is on the radar for me is because I still feel like those big names might be on the verge of being at their current tops, Apple, Tesla, Netflix, Amazon, Google, Meta, all of those, Nvidia, because they're crowded trades, right? A lot of money in those trades, because when you look at the rest of the S&P, most all of them have had very average to underwater years, as I've experienced with a lot of my dogs like Walgreens and Pfizer, Bank of America, Target, all, there's unfortunately a laundry list of them. I have cut ties with a number already. I'm going to put together a spreadsheet on that as well. I've already cut ties with Walgreens, Pfizer. Who else was on there? Where is that? Your little paper notes. Oh, and then a couple others are on the list as well, including like a big target on Bank of America. So we'll have a video about that coming up shortly. So that's our current thoughts on S&P. Let's go to the USO, looking at oil, because oil, we talked about this on Friday. It was setting up for another breakdown, and that's exactly what has happened today, as it is down nearly 1%, currently trading at 68.56, and we bounced right up to that 74 number, and then just whoop, has gone down since then. And now we're going to be looking at, because we broke down under that 69 number we were talking about as an initial red flag that a lower low could be coming, and the lower low meaning a local lower low breaking below the 67. So now we're threatening that at this time. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And it could easily go below that 67. I don't see that it would go below 66 from there. Then maybe we could say, all right, now the local low is locked in. And that's the trouble with Liberace. That's the trouble with playing piano with Liberace and Fibonacci, along with the Elliott wave theory, is it's all based on probabilities, and nothing can be stated in certainty. Hopefully that makes a bit of sense. So we are looking at the next thing we have to do to show that we're going to a higher high is we got to take out the 74. Right. And we are going to it. It just, when is it going to happen? In the meantime, it's more likely at this very moment that we're going to a lower low, but it should be short term within the next couple of days. And then from there, hopefully we'll be turning up, blasting through the 74, and then all bets are on the table, because you've seen me make a lot of them. Do not follow any of them. The other thing I'm interested in is, we've been talking about is gold and silver. And this is, we talked about it last week. This is exactly what we were looking for before it heads up the rails of the crazy train, like up here, 28, 29. In that regard, we did get that pullback, which was a healthy pullback before blazing up to what should hopefully be a pretty good sizable move on silver. So I've got my eye on several gold and silver today: AGQ, GLD, SLV, PSLV, GDX, GDXU. That's a lot. Yeah. So I'm going to let those marinate through my lunch with my real estate developer buddy. And I'm going to let those marinate before I make any moves on them. And then the other is gold. Let's go to the full chart on the gold. And gold is, that's not what we want to look at. Let's look at GLD. Look at GLD, the gold spider. And I got to get rolling here. So this will only take another second. So you see gold on Friday, way up here. Okay, that's great. And this is also great because now we have an opportunity. So did I miss it already? I don't think so. We should be meandering today before it busts back up. But I would imagine before the week's even out, we're going to be rolling past this 192.10, 192.40. We're going to be rolling past that. So I got several ideas regarding silver and gold. But of course, we'll be keeping a close eye on the oil, and we will go from there. But I'm not talking much about the big names because I'm very fearful of them right now. I'm keeping an eye on them every day: Apple, Tesla, Netflix, Amazon, Google, Meta, etc. And I'm more fixated on the metals right now, the overall SPX, S&P 500, and then I'll be probably trading some SPY once it makes moves that have probabilities in our favor. So that's that. Thanks for checking in. I may even come back before the end of the day and let you know if I did anything on the golds and the silvers and what is going on with oil by the end of the day. It could be already moving, could be making that lower low, which we do want to see if it is indeed going to go there, because it's been just toying with us for the last 2 weeks since I thought it hit the local low. So thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, comment. See you in the next video.